Hello and welcome to Lesson 14, page 89. This is the song titled When I Go to Sleep in our pre-level 1 book. And we've played When I Go to Sleep before, but we've learned some new notes since then. And now we're going to be using C, D, E, F, and G in our new version of When I Go to Sleep. So let's start by finding the notes we need in our song. I'm going to start under a group of 2 black keys. I'm using my first white key, which is C, and I'm using middle C here if you want to match my piano. And we're going to need every white key under our group of 2 black keys in this song. Remember, the next one is D, and the last white key under the group of 2 black keys is E. Let's move to our group of 3 black keys now. Our front door, or the first white key, is F, and then right next to F is our G that we need, or the first letter in Gaga from our silly little keyboard story. Now let's talk about how we can cover the notes in this song. I'm going to use 2 fingers, like some pair of bunny ears, on C and D, and then 3 fingers in my right hand on E, F, and G. So all together, C, D, E, F, and G. And you can flip this fingering around and maybe do 3 fingers in your left hand and 2 in your right. And if you're still using 1 finger to jump around, this might be a tricky one, but I still think you can do it. Give these recommended fingerings a try whenever you feel comfortable, especially on songs like this that maybe are a little easier. So let's start by doing some 1, 2, me, then you together. Then we'll move on to one line of the song at a time. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, me, then you. Play a C. Now a D. How about an E? Now an F. Now G. Back to E. Now F. And G. How about a D? Now E. And C. Great work on our 1, 2, me, then you. Let's take a look at the first line of our song. Hey students, what is this rhythm that's repeated over and over again throughout our whole song? That's right, it's a dotted half note. And remember, it's not to be confused with the regular half note because it is a half note, but it has a dot next to it, and that makes it worth 3 total beats, okay? So we hold these for 3 beats each. Let's try and clap the first 2 lines together, and I'm going to give you a challenge here. I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, but we're not going to know which half note we're on unless we're watching, okay? So see if you stop at the same time I stop after we've clapped 8 dotted half notes together, okay? I'll just keep counting 1, 2, 3 once we start clapping them. Here we go. From the start, let's clap 2 lines of dotted half notes. First 2 lines. 1, 2, 3, clap with me and hold. 2, 3, hold. 2, 3, hold. 2, 3, hold. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Done. If you didn't stop at the same time as me, let's try again. Watch that music and try and clap along again. See if you stop after you've clapped 8 dotted half notes. And great job if you did. Okay. So now let's look at the first line of our song, the notes that we're going to need to hold for 3 beats. We do E, F, G, F. Okay, so we're moving to the right in this pattern a lot. E moving to the right after that to F, then moving to the right after that to G, and then we go back to F. Let's try that nice and slow, line number 1. 1, 2, 3, first line, play, play. E, 2, 3, and F, 2, 3, now G, 2, 3, now. F, 2, 3, and off. Fantastic job. Moving on to line number 2. We start with E, then move down to a D, and then E, E. Okay, so let's take a look on how that works on our piano. We start with E, move to the left to D, then move back to the right to an E, then play another E. Let's get ready in our hand position and try line number 2. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Play E, 2, 3, now. D, 2, 3, and E, 2, 3, and E, 2, 3, and off. And now line number 3 is the same as line number 1, but let's go ahead and try line number 3 again for our extra practice here. So line number 3, remember E, F, G, F, holding each for 3 beats with our dotted half notes. Line number 3. 1, 2, 3. Line 3. Play. Play. E, 2, 3, now. F, 2, 3, now. G, 2, 3, and F, 2, 3, and off. And now we're ready for the last line of When I Go to Sleep. So we have E, D, C, C. So moving to the left on this pattern, we start with E, then we go down to a C, or excuse me, a D, and then finally now we're on our C, and one more C, each for 3 beats. Now before we play it, I want you to notice, look what it says here on the last C. It says softly above it. So that just means we're going to press the key a little softer than we would before. Nice and soft. Okay? And we're going to be doing some more of this in the future using what's called dynamics. And that can tell us how hard to press the keys on our piano, loud or soft. That's going to come later, but a little introduction to it here. And there'll be some new symbols when we get to that too. So let's try the last line and try and play that last C a little softer. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Last line. Play, play, E, 2, 3, now, D, 2, 3, and C, 2, 3, and C, 2, 3, and off. Great job. And now, let's go back to the beginning and try all of this, the song from, When I Go to Sleep. We're going to try the full song now from the first line. Here we go. First line, hands ready. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Play E, 2, 3. Now, F, 2, 3, and G, 2, 3. Now, F, 2, 3. Second line, E, 2, 3. Down, D, 2, 3, E, 2, 3, E, 2, 3, third line, E, 2, 3, F, 2, 3, G, 2, 3, F, 2, 3, E, 2, 3, D, 2, 3, C, 2, 3, C, 2, 3, and off. Nice work. Now we're going to go back to the beginning and play the song one more time at a little bit of a faster speed. Remember, as always, come back to this when you are ready. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, here we go. E, 2, 3, F, 2, 3, G, 2, 3, F, 2, 3, E, 2, 3, D, 2, 3, E, 2, 3, E, 2, third line, E, 2, 3, F, 2, 3, G, 2, 3, F, 2, 3, last line, E, 2, 3, D, 2, 3, C, 2, 3, C, 2, 3, and off. Congratulations on completing the song When I Go to Sleep, and I will see you on the next one.